Hello, how's everyone doing today? Colleague Kevin Chu is a customer success manager here at Mindflash, and we're here to talk to you about Mindflash reporting and the various features that we have within the product. So let's get started. So agendas for today is to do. It's not sharing the screen. Oh, I think I know. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't sharing my screen. So here's the agenda for today's webinar. So we're going to do some quick introduction, which we just did, walk through of kind of the different tabs within the advanced features feature set, and then talk through kind of real-time reports, as well as keep it open for questions and answers at the end. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them into the chat, and we'll answer them at the end. So let's get started here. So advanced reports can be found while going to your trainer dashboard, and you click on the advanced reports button, and you end up getting to the tab that you want, which is the entire advanced reports section. So there's five tabs here. It's overview, course, trainee, series, and exports. So at the overview tab here, you can see a high level of all of your course information, all your trainees for your organization. So you see here the number of courses that are active and in draft, the status of all your trainees, and all this information here is clickable. So if you want to click on the 23 trainees that were invited, you know, getting a drill down report here of all the individuals and their emails, and you can actually export this by clicking download as and choosing Excel, PDF, whatever format works for you. You also see kind of their top 5 courses, your top 5 series, and you see kind of the completion trends over a period of time. So that is dependent on what what date range you've chosen here up top. Will kind of update all this data accordingly. So you can also see the average time of completion based off of time and what month that they completed this in. So if you have custom fields also, you'll see those here, and you can also do filtering based off the custom fields, off your group name, off any of the filters that are available here. You can filter the data here, and all of your stats will be reflected based off those filters. So the next thing is the course details. So this is related to course-specific information. So I've chosen a course here called the demo course, and all my information is relevant to this specific course. So I see all the people who are participants and what status they're in. And I can also filter here by any of the custom fields that I have, what status the course, trainees, etc. And also, what's really powerful here is you can see all the trainees that are part of this course, and you can have the ability to export this information out as well. So you click on here, you sort of download as, and you can export it as Excel, PDF, whatever format you need. Further down, you can see kind of the slide duration of this training and see like where people are spending the most time. You can see here slide 11 has been a lot of people spending a lot of time on this. And for the in-progress trainees, you can see where they stand in the course, like how far they've completed the course, and as more trainees are in progress, you will see these more individuals showing up in this graph here. So next thing is around the trainee details. So this is information specific to a trainee. And here again, you can choose which trainee you want, and you'll get the relevant information you're looking for. Again, tied to this date range, which is very key as far as where you want that information, what range you want it to come from. So based off of that, you'll get all your information updated here. As far as Andrew here has, 4 courses he's been invited to, 7 passed, 1 failed. You can click on this information and get a deeper drill down of like, okay, which club courses did he actually pass? You can export this information in a variety of formats. Further down, you can see what series he's a part of. If using series in your product, in your Mindflash instance, you can see what series he's a part of and see what status he is in as well. Next thing is series. So series gives you series-specific information, and again, using the filters and the drop-downs, you can filter any of the data you're looking for, and based off the date range as well, getting the relevant information for you. So I've chosen a new series demo, and I see kind of how many people are invited or in progress, and I can always click on any of this information and get a full breakdown of who are the people that passed. I can always export this or email this to anybody if I need to at a later time. Further down, I see kind of the progress report. So this series has 2 courses, and I can see kind of how many people are, what status there are in the individual courses, just so in case I need to remind people or do any other actions to get them moving along when they're in the product. And further down is the series report, which shows all the people that are part of this series and what status they are in within the series. So you can again go through and download this as an Excel or PDF, and take some actions you need to do in the product if necessary, or to remind them to do things or whatnot. Further down, you can also see kind of the series course level report, which lets people know if there is a score associated with the course. You can see what scores people are getting within the course. This specific one doesn't have a score, but if you did, you could see those scores and how people are doing for each of the courses within the series. So the final part of this is the Exports tab, which allows you to export all the information in your Mindflash instance. So you have these filters that are available up top that will basically allow you to filter the data that you can export. But essentially, exporting all courses will give you a large list of all the courses within the instance, and you can go ahead and again download as a PDF or Excel file, whatever you need that suits your needs. So we have exporting all the users, so it's all the people that's in, all the trainees, all the admins, the courses, all the series. You can do all courses and users, all series and users, and there's also a link to our help article about how to use this feature as well. So, any questions so far? Great. So the next thing is want to go into more the real-time reports. So the real-time reports. So real-time reports are available for all customers. The advanced reports are available for advanced and pro customers. So the advanced customers get syncs 1 time a day, and then pro customers get syncs 3 times a day. So for all customers, you have the ability to see kind of real-time reports here. And how do I get to those reports is choosing a specific course. So I'm choosing this Build a Great Course. I click on Go to Course. I click on the Track tab here, and I can see kind of a high level of where things are at with this course. So I see 58 people have been invited, 1 is in progress, 0 is filled. And I can go and click deeper and see kind of who are these individuals. So who are the 60 people, et cetera, that are in the course who have been invited. So I can see right now all these individuals that are with this icon here show that they've been invited. Let me scroll down here. Scrolling down here, you can see kind of all the people that have completed, what's their what's their score, activity, duration that they've been accomplishing. And if you want to see kind of if they have a quiz that's part of the course, you can see kind of what they answered in the quiz by clicking on the score of the quiz and seeing, okay, here's the question that was asked, and then what did they answer. This is taking a little bit long time to load. So we'll choose a different one. Let's choose this one. So this kind of shows, okay, here is the question, and then what was the answer that they chose, and that was correct for that. So So there's also the ability to export this information as well. At the bottom here, you can see you can export all this information that you see here. You can also save it as a PDF. You can export filter data, which is choosing any of the filters here by any of the groups here, and you can use that to export your data as well. Also, if you happen to have surveys, you can see your survey answers and how people answered those questions here. So, you'll see, question is, how could this course be improved, and you'll see all the responses by all the participants. Scroll down, and you can also obviously export this as well. This is question 1, and if you have more questions, you have to click to the right here and see kind of all the other questions and responses that individuals had given related to this specific survey. Cool. So I'm not sure if there's anything else to show at this point. I think it's pretty straightforward. So we'll open it up for any questions right now and see if anyone has any specific questions or needs related to this.
All right. Well, we're not seeing any questions come through, but yeah, this is Kevin Chu, one of your customer success managers here at Mindflash. If you have any questions that you think of, feel free to reach out to help@mindflash.com. You can also go to our great help center. It's available at help.mindflash.com, and there's a great Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. All right. So one of the questions here, on the export tab, I do not have a filter option. How do I bring this up? Okay, so the filters are only available on our Pro tier. So that's why you're not going to currently see filters on your exports tab. So if you do have the ability to upgrade to our Pro tier, then you will see those filters appear. Next question, when exporting all courses, it downloads the raw data alphabetized by first name, not last name. This is not helpful or business standard. How do you get it alphabetized by last name? So when exporting all courses to Excel, you do have the ability to then alphabetize using Excel and manipulating it in any other way you need. So that's what we recommend. Do you have a survey template tool yet? No, we do not have a survey template tool. If it would help for us to know what kind of tool you're looking for. I think when I speak to customers, the most success they find using survey is asking a simple question, whether the course was helpful or not, yes or no, and then following that up with an open text field question, how could it be improved or how was it not helpful? So that's typically how we see survey being used best. I would like to show my customer name when pulling a report. So you'd like to show your customer name. Is that a custom field that you're using? Because if so, that's definitely something that can be exported from the Exports tab. You will be able to see the customer name that's attached to each of your users. I hope that answers your question. Is there a way to determine or view the total minutes spent in a course? Yes, there is a way to show that. You'll see there is duration tracking in Mindflash, and Sean will show you that right now. So if you were to go to, say, a course detail, yep. So you'll see average duration there. How do you get the filter reports? The filter reports meaning is that from the basic reporting? I think, yeah, if you select the checkbox that applies to that filter, yeah, that group there, you can get the filter reports and then simply scroll down and yeah, and then you can export that. What's showing there?
Export all.
Yeah, export filter data.
So
From the track, yep, got it. And when we'll see the active and archive filter added to the reports. So there is a filter for so if you go to Advanced Reports, you will see a filter for trainee status for every tab other than exports. So if you were to go to course detail, you'll see trainee status, and you can select active or archived users there. I have a procedure and I'd like to show customer name in my report and other information that has been imported. Okay, yeah, so all that information that's been imported or uploaded to your managed users will appear in your advanced reports in your exports tab. So if you were to see all courses users or all users, additional columns will be included for your custom fields data. All in the track tab within a course, how did you get to the filter button to see the user? Okay, so from the track tab, the filter button, it's not really a button, it's more of a checkbox. Yeah, so you'll see it's by groups. Yeah, okay.
So I went to track. So I'm at the course level.
Report.
I went to track. I went to view course report, which gives you the full detail. And here's all the filtered by groups here.
Yeah. Do you have user-oriented reports yet? For example, all courses and series completed for a user or a group. Yes, so that's available from the exports tab. I mean, it will require a little manipulation if you're looking for, I guess, specific groups of users, or obviously you're going to have to get rid of the users you're not necessarily looking for reporting on. But yeah, we do have those reports available from your exports tab. Will you ever have a fill-in-the-blank option when creating quizzes? That's a great question. It's something that we've heard from a couple customers. Currently, we are not going to offer a fill-in-the-blank option because Mindflash is looking to automate the scoring as easily as possible. So with a fill-in-the-blank or open text field question, that would require an admin or I guess an elevated permission user of your account to go in and actually mark a question correctly or incorrectly. So that's currently the reason why you're not going to see a fill-in-the-blank or open text field quiz question type. But yeah, obviously we appreciate that feedback, and we'll share that with our product team. Create a survey that can be applied to any of the courses or surveys without having to create. Yes. Thanks. Yes. Thanks for that feedback. We appreciate that. Survey bank and question bank is definitely something that we've heard, and we are considering developing in the near future. But yeah, obviously having to recreate the same survey for every course can be quite tiresome. So yeah, we've heard that, and it is being considered. When reviewing a series and one test was failed, how to reset for just that test and not reset the whole series? Okay, yeah, so when you go to a series, I'll have Sean go to home.
Yeah, I'll go here.
So to go to a series, when you go to series, let's go to sample series. Trainees, yeah. You'll see that next to each trainee, there's a little blue triangle. So when you click on that, it'll expand that listing to see all the courses in the series. So you can go in and just reset on the right just the individual course. So don't have to worry about resetting a whole series, which will obviously clear all activity history for the entire series. So to reset an individual course, go to Trainees tab and then expand the course listing for that trainee, and then click Reset on the right. So under Advanced Reports, my report says 37 were invited, 45 passed from November 1 through. How can more people pass than were invited? So it's possible if you had trainees who were potentially archived, that may explain why you're seeing more passed than invited. Although, yeah, I'm gonna have to check on that, and yeah, someone will get back to you, Catherine, on that question. That's the first I've heard of a customer experiencing that. So yeah, let me talk to my devs and get back to you on that. How do you set up custom fields for reports? Okay, so when you go to your manage users, so when you go home and then you click on manage users, you'll see there's a setup button, yep, and that's where you go to add custom fields to your Mindflash account. So here you'll see these custom fields are already been added, but you can add an additional custom field, or you can edit or remove any of the custom fields already created there. Is it possible to filter out people who have been assigned the course and made mandatory as opposed to people who have voluntarily taken the course? That's a great question, but yeah, no, currently there is no way to filter by those trainees who have been invited and those who have chosen to take it, I guess, if the course has been made available in a catalog, or there's a public link to self-enroll. But that's a great question. We'll definitely share that with our product team. Is there a way to set the date range so that it always defaults to the range I set, so that I don't have to set the same date range over and over? Yeah, so currently, again, great question, Kathy. Yeah, there isn't, that is not a sticky feature yet, but that's the first time I've heard that request. So
Just
I can
speaking
definitely,
about this date range here.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'll definitely share that with my data team, and we'll definitely keep that in mind. I submit a monthly report for all my active from the export all series, and it generates a report that includes archived as well, not user-friendly, even exported as CSV. Okay, well, thanks for that feedback. I'll definitely look into that. That should not be the case. You should still only be seeing, or you should only be seeing your active users. If archive users are showing up, then yeah, I'll have to check. Yeah, I'll have to look into that with my data team.
Next question.
Okay, so these report features are great. My question is not related to the seminar, but to the fact that when uploading candidates on Excel file, if the candidate is archived, the system displays a message indicating all candidates were uploaded successfully. But actually, those that were archived or missed deadline actually are not. My thinking is that as administrator training, when I upload a list of candidates, it is my wish to enroll that whole list, but I find that the system is limiting my ability to do so, and also hides from me those candidates that were not actually invited. Just food for thought. Okay, well, that's great feedback. Thanks for sharing. You know, yeah, if anyone's having any issues or if there's additional feedback to share with us, you can obviously, um, or we would prefer that you also share that with feedback at mindflash.com, because we are tracking that very closely, and those are emails that our product team definitely considers when, of course, trying to improve the product and then build out features to better suit everyone's specific use cases of Mindflash. So yeah, any feedback our customers have, if you're not assigned to CSM, definitely reach out to us at help@mindflash or feedback@mindflash.com, and we definitely review all those emails. And we're always looking to improve the platform. So please keep the feedback and feature requests coming.
Any more questions?
And let's see. In export, all active and inactive users come through. Is there no filtering in export all? Active and inactive users. There's no filter in export all. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yes. So, right. Currently, there's not an trainee status filter on the exports tab. That's a great question. That's definitely something that we are looking into. We'll have to work with our data partner, Good Data, to have that filter created. I know you can see that filter on the other tabs, but that's currently not available. But we are looking into that. I love the manage users ability on my cell phone covers my. Great. We're glad that manage users has been improved. And of course all the positive feedback we get on that is always great to hear. As a suggestion in the future, could those training be specific to our customers with the same type of account as what you're demoing in your presentation? For example, my company has Mindflash Advanced account, and everything you're showing appears to be specific to Mindflash Pro account users. Is there a way to set up individual demos in the future? If is the question okay? If the question is whether you would be able to set up a demo of just a Mindflash Advanced account, yeah, sorry, unfortunately that's not currently available on my account. Yeah, the account that Sean just used in my account, and all the other CSMs have Pro accounts. We can definitely highlight the Pro features if that would be easier. I mean, when it comes to your advanced accounts, I think the features that you wouldn't necessarily see in these Pro demos would be, yeah, the additional filters on your exports tab. Custom fields, you'd be limited to just one, as opposed to the 10 that, or the multiple that we showed earlier. And then
the data sync.
The data syncing, yeah, you only see that once a day, but I think that's maybe all that was demo just now. Of course, there are additional Pro features that weren't covered that that we won't get into on these demos. So yeah, if you have any specific questions on advanced or the difference between advanced and pro tier accounts, you can definitely find that on mindflash.com/pricing. That's where you can find a whole list of that. Instead of archiving users, so yeah, no, thanks for that question. There is not a way to delete users. You can only archive users to free up trainee seats. And the reason why the product is built that way is because deleting users will wipe clean all of their activity history. And a lot of customers may one day feel like their users or their trainees can be deleted and then realize that maybe in the future they do actually want that trainee's activity history, or they may have to re-add them to their account. So that's the reason why deleting trainees is not currently available. All right, great. Well, it looks like that's the last question.
Open the floor. Any last questions?
Yeah, if there's anything else, feel free to ask away. Of course, if you think of anything once we end the webinar, feel free to reach out to help at Mindflash or your dedicated customer success manager here, and we can definitely answer. Okay, here we go. One more question. If they're not with the company anymore, then we don't want reports on them. I see. Got it. Thanks. Yeah, that's helpful feedback. Yeah, so currently trainees aren't able to be deleted, but I see how that could be a reason why you would want them
not showing up.
Yeah, gone. So yeah, I will share that feedback with our product team, and yeah, thanks for that. All right. Well, I guess we'll just end the call here. Thank you all for your time, and happy training.